In the shade.
As I look upon my life,
In the shade.
there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dream.
In the shade.
As I look upon my life,
In the shade.
there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dream.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, a beautiful summer's morning on this Thursday morning. I'm happy to be alive, and I don't know about you, but it is summer. It's time to live. Ja, daarom het ons die sonskyn hier gebring. We actually brought sunshine to you, and it's all yellow. Not yellow of jealousy, but yellow of shining. We shine bright, and we know that all things are possible if we believe it, right? So we have interesting people in the studio with us this morning. We are totally and fully in the entertainment industry this morning, and you're gonna hear beautiful voices. Yeah, man, we're rolling this morning with music in our hearts, and it's so nice to be alive. And yes, we are so grateful that we are this side of the grave, and we are giving God praise and honor for that. So now, beloved, we are actually doing the things that needs to be done, as Crystal Clear says. Let's do the things that needs to be done. So that's what we are doing this morning. We are building her, you know, and when you build her, you're not just building the muscle, but you are building what she's building. Right. So we are helping and supporting one another in this build her. Therefore, our theme for the month is still build her. We are building one another. They say women can't work together. I have a different view because, yay man, kyk vir ons. Look at us now. We are working together in collaboration with Build Her. Joan is with that. So I love it because I love women, and women is what I want to build. So that is where there's so many things happening in this world, and I don't know how you guys are seeing it, but that's so klomp goeters. There's a lot of things happening with women in this world today. And today we are here to celebrate women. Women who's actually putting their hands to the plow to actually do something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no use you're going to sit and nag and sulk. You're going to have to do something. Get up and do something. Right?
True.
And that is what we actually are doing. So, as I said to you, we have interesting people in the studio here today. And I'm going to actually just ask my co-hosts just to say hello to you guys. Like, hulle nie pragtig vanmôre nie. They look so beautiful, yeah, man. Yalla. I didn't realize yellow is so poor. So that's how we're coming. We're standing out. We're standing out like a sore finger this morning. And, you know, I didn't realize, but I thought when I came in here, I said, wow, this yellow looks so nice and bright. And I actually want to speak that over your lives, you know, that is who you are.
Yes.
You have to be out there and show the world what is built within you.
Yes.
Because there's something built within you. So, and then after them, I'm going to ask you guys to just introduce yourself, tell the people who you are. Okay, thank you.
After them, you mean us?
First,
Not
us,
the
yes.
furniture,
The uniforms.
Yes, so I am Violet DeBeer, and I am a co-host here on the Talk with Joan show, and I'm very happy to be here this morning. In fact, you know, this morning as I was driving, ladies, I just got this excitement in my heart as I was listening to the worship music, you know.
Yeah.
And I was reminded, I think, by your devotional as well, you know, to walk by faith.
Yes.
I just started with the Jones devotional, ladies. She has a devotional as well.
Yes.
Not
yes,
only
yes.
the
Amen,
book.
Amen.
So, so I'm excited. And I was reminded that we need to stir our faith
Yes, that's true.
this morning, and
Very
that God
true.
is a faithful God. And so here I am this morning, excited to be with these two ladies. Because we are taking a spin. Last week we were shopping on not online. What was it on the show?
Always.
I am my shopping on.
And we're all featuring
I'm
today.
So unfair.
This morning we are going to be entertained, and I'm looking
Yes.
forward to that. Welcome,
Amen.
ladies.
Thank you.
Good to
Thank you
have
for
you here.
having us. Lovely.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, I feel like we're like these events planners that's like going to these places and meeting these amazing
Yeah.
people. So, because we're making contacts, now we're getting entertained. Last week we had some jewels, we had some merchandise and cups. Nee, ek voel nou eintlik so 'n bietjie soos 'n celebrity vandag. You know.
And thanks to Crystal. Clear.
Yeah, you know, I think we must give a big shout out to Crystal Clear.
Yes.
For this initiative. Like, really, I think. So, let me first say good morning before I go on to my thoughts. So, good morning to everybody and welcome to the show. It's always a pleasure to be here. It's always exciting to be here. As you guys know, I'll change my tagline today from furniture to a regular.
Yeah.
Let's make it a regular.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to be because I think we get placed into spaces that, you
Right.
know, with different women and
Yes.
we don't live in our own bubble. I think our bubble is starting to grow, and which is exciting for me. If you are watching, please like and subscribe and drop a comment. We'd like you to make you part of the show,
Yeah.
acknowledge you on the show. You know, it's exciting to see who's walking this journey. There's usually regulars, and it's nice to see
Yeah,
who's
that's
new and
true.
all of that.
That's true.
But for me, it's exciting times where we get to meet new women. I've mentioned that already, and you know, just have a ons like ons gesels.
Yeah.
Kuier,
Lekker kuier.
Yeah. So I'm excited for today's show. So welcome.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah, Mpiwa, it's all up to you.
Thank you so much, and it is amazing to be lighting up the room with these wonderful ladies. I feel like color definitely has an impact.
Definitely,
The way
definitely.
We interact with each other, and right now we're all very yellow.
Yes, very bright.
Love it, absolutely love it. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. And yes, my name is Mpiwa, Mpiwa, and I am a recording and performing artist. I started singing and playing instruments when I was 10 years old. It hasn't been long. I'm still a bit young, but it has been a very, very blessed journey, and I have nothing but God to attribute that to. And yeah, I think my music has afforded me many opportunities of going many places, including here. And I'm very
Wonderful.
excited to speak more about my journey.
I love it.
Love it. Last
And
but
then
not
we have
least,
the one and only Fazila.
I really don't like talking about myself, but I have to say thank you to Crystal first, Diane Peters, and for the opportunity, first of all.
Yeah.
And it's always so lovely to hear another woman building another woman.
Right.
Oh,
Because
awesome.
we always try to break each other because you want to be better than the next
That's
one.
correct.
So yeah, I feel at ease.
Yeah.
I was so nervous coming, I don't want to lie. But I feel at ease. It's only the color.
Yeah.
But then again, looking at all of you, I think it makes sense now, and I feel happy.
Yes, yes, yes. I like that. I like
No,
that.
I do. I actually feel very happy. Okay, my name is Fazila, as you
Yeah.
know now. I'm a recording artist. I'm a vocal coach. I also perform at various functions. I even sing at funerals and divorce parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing now.
Ah, you see?
That's a thing now. Sing at the divorce party. Yeah, I think that's it. I do have a lot to say about myself, but rather not. I'd rather just ask the
Yeah.
questions. And then answer the questions that are asked to me. So yeah, I think that will make my life easier.
Yeah.
Oh,
At least
okay.
we'll have somewhere to start.
Okay, okay. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
No,
We
thank you
really
for having
appreciate you guys
Yeah.
coming out. You know, it's sometimes not easy because life gets busy.
Yeah.
So we thank you for being here this morning. And a shout out to Crystal Clear. Thank you so much for gracing us with these beautiful ladies week after week. We really appreciate that. So now, beloved, on the 1st of November is a big day.
Yes.
It's our day, yeah.
Yes.
And we want feet there. You know, without feet, without you, we can't, man. We need one another. No man is an island. Yeah, we need you, we need you. So we need feet on the 1st of November. It's a market day at the food box, starting at, I think at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so please come to the food box. That is in
Hyde Park.
Hyde Park. Amper
dit
gesê
Randpark?
Menlyn Park.
Dis
Maar
Hyde
Hyde Park, maar ek
Ja.
weet dis 'n park.
Ja.
Maar so come to wat nou weer? Hyde Park.
Hyde Park, yeah.
Come to
Food
Hyde
box.
Park
The
food
food
box. A popular place, very nice. And let us support. The entrance is free.
Yeah.
Reason being that we want you to buy. So don't come because the entrance is free. Don't come without your wallet. You have to come with your wallet because there's going to be a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's a market day, guys. Bring the
Yeah.
children and just enjoy the day with all of us, right? You're going to hear these ladies that's on the show here today.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I can't wait to hear those voices,
Must
to be quite
serenade us.
honest with you. They're going to really be there just serenading us,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And
We're
I
just going to have a lekker jol.
And I think it's important. We're always looking for something to do. Here is something to do. You can,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
waar.
it's a girls thing. Bring your family members.
Yes.
Come and enjoy the time. And knowing that it's a good space. It's a good space to invest your money, your funds.
Right.
Building someone else, building their future. I think it's exciting times that we are in. So, kom verby man. Kom saam.
Ja, nee man. First die dag gepaard. Just put the day aside. Say the 1st of November, I diarize food box. Put in that diary
It's
right
nicely
now.
after the
food
end of the
box.
month too.
It's nice. It's a nice time, guys, and it's festive, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that is why it puts us in that serenading mode. That's so lekker, man. So ja, ons het mos nou hierdie mense op ons program. They are in the entertainment industry, right? Ooh, I speak Afrikaans. You understand Afrikaans? You in South Africa, right? A little bit. Right. But don't worry, don't
We'll
worry.
translate.
I'm following.
Yeah,
following.
yeah, that's good. That's good.
Thank you. I need
Much
it.
more.
You know, listening to you, I love your voice.
Yeah.
I like your voice. It's like you must sit here.
Yeah.
You the girl that you have a good voice. A radio voice. You have a beautiful voice.
Right.
I just loved listening to it. I don't know. I have that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where there's some people I like my voice is squeaky. So I don't really like, but I have, you know, some
Yeah.
people have thin voices like mine.
Yeah.
And then you just have that presenting voice. You have that
Right.
presenting voice, and I like it. I just had to say that.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
Yeah. So yes, beloved, tell us a little bit. We're gonna read your bios. Oh yeah, the mirror.
Oh.
Mirror. Who is the most beautiful on this panel?
Alle mooi meisies is the most beautiful. Hulle almal is mooi.
Now, yeah, the girl looking back at you, I hope you have your mirror. You know how we roll on a Thursday. So, you know, I love mirrors, right? Because a mirror speaks to you. So I want you to actually look into that mirror. Take it out. Look at the person looking back at you. So sometimes you on stage, because we are in the entertainment business, and these ladies are entertainers, right? So because of that, I'm asking the question, the girl looking back at you or the guy looking back at you sometimes have to deliver, have to present, have to do something, right? We are all not perfect. We do have mistakes that we make in life, right? And you make a mistake on stage, ladies, right? What is your reaction?
Okay. Who wants to go
Do
first?
you just carry on asof niks gebeur het nie, as if nothing happened, or what?
Okay, I'll
I
break the
think
ice.
I'm that
You
girl.
want to go first?
Yeah.
I'll break the ice because I think I know every week I say I'll go last, but okay, I'll break I'll break the ice. I think for me is you go on, you improvise and you go on because no one knows what's happening. No one knows what was
Only
planned.
you.
Only you know what was
Yeah.
planned. So you just need to stand there in confidence and keep it moving and keep it going.
Unless it's something where I was like the MC at the wedding, but in the church. Yeah, okay, officiating a wedding.
Right.
And then I had to announce that the guest needs to move over to the area where they're going to cut the cake.
Right.
And I said they need to go where they need to do cake the cut. And everybody laughed, and obviously I felt embarrassed, but you just have to carry on. And they kept on reminding me, I said it the other way, go to cake the cut, cut the cake. Yeah. But that was a slip of the tongue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an icebreaker.
Yeah.
Now, I see a lot of people say, "Oh, no, that's the icebreaker," when they realize they made the mistake. Then they say, "That's the icebreaker."
I should have said that, yeah. I know, I'll know better now, but I did. I just felt, and it's family members, so it was, yeah.
Yeah, well, with family,
You know,
I think it's
family
more
can
easy.
tease,
It's
yeah,
easier.
yeah.
No, but you'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah, well, definitely. Definitely. Okay,
You,
Fazila?
Fazila?
So if I make a mistake, I just carry on. And I act like nothing happened, and sometimes I joke about it.
Yeah.
Because if nobody's going to laugh with me, they're going to laugh at me.
you,
Yeah,
yes.
so I'd rather just carry on, or I joke about it. But
Yeah.
I carry on because you have to. You
Yeah,
have to.
yeah.
The minute you let on that you made a mistake, everybody else will know.
Right. That's
So
a
you
fact.
just
eh?
have to, you just have
That's
to
so
carry on
true.
like nothing
Right.
happened.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Mpiwa?
Yeah, same thing. Like, I think the main thing that I tell myself in my head is, well done. It's okay. You've gone.
Yeah.
You've done
Yeah.
so much already.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep on going. I
Yeah.
feel like affirmation is missing in those moments. So you just need
Which
to.
is so true, because you
Yeah.
want to bang yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's so unnecessary, because it
It
puts your mood in a different
Yeah.
sphere.
Yeah, sometimes
like-
one can be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, you can be very hard on
You
yourself.
forget the 90% is good, and it's just that 10%.
10%, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move over. Let's read a little bit about these ladies. Anka and Vi, you are going to read. You can read Mpiwa, and then Anka can read Fazila.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Okay, let me go. Fazila Moonsamy, a true embodiment of talent, determination, and resilience. Fazila Moonsamy began her musical journey at just 10 years old. By the age of 14, she had already made her mark, winning Shell Road to fame and earning a full scholarship to study in New York at 16. Despite facing life without family support, Fazila's passion for music became both her purpose and her means of empowerment, helping her put herself through college. She went on to obtain 2 diplomas in music and became a respected vocal coach, training several well-known artists. Her creative artistry led her to record 3 CDs, one of which she wrote and released in France. Fazila's achievements extend beyond the stage. She holds a black belt in karate.
Wow.
And
Your girlfriend.
Go, girl.
earned in record time, and her athletic excellence has seen her awarded Transvaal colours at 14, South African colours for hockey, and EP colours for athletics. She has also represented in soccer, softball, cricket, and tennis, proving her versatility and dedication in every field she steps into. Fazila's journey is one of grit, grace, and greatness, a testament of how passion and perseverance can transform every challenge into victory.
Amen.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Wonderful.
It sounds
And
better when she
you,
reads
you
it.
actually you actually played my game, right? Hockey. I love hockey.
Yes,
Yeah,
well
nice.
done.
Go.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Well, let me introduce Mpiwa. Mpiwa is a recording and performing artist. Mpiwa is a recording artist, I said, who is soul stirring, right? And Afrofusion sound transcends borders. From a first marimba at age of 10 to producing her own music today. So Mpiwa's journey is a rhythm of passion, purpose, and cultural pride, blending Afrofusion, gospel, and world music. She creates melodies that uplift,
Oh, wonderful.
heal, and connect hearts across continents. With over 200,000 streams, wow, and listeners in more than 70 countries, Mpiwa continues to inspire through her music, a timeless celebration of faith, heritage, and the human spirit.
Wonderful.
Well done. We're
I
sitting next
love
to
it.
her.
Wonderful.
Celebrity.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Rub shoulders here.
That's so beautiful,
That is Mpiwa.
beloved. So tell us a little bit about how did you become that artist?
Yeah.
Why did you go into the entertainment industry?
Yes.
I think something that you just feel from a young age. I remember the first place that I, along with many other artists, performed is in church. That was
Right,
the first
yeah.
place that I
So
started.
true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. And I remember I started off with the drums, and I think ever since then, percussion and just hitting things became my thing. I was like,
Yeah.
I need that stimulation. So then, when I was 10 years old, I remember my friend was just like, "Hey, you should join a marimba band." I was still trying to figure out what my extracurriculars were. I didn't know what I wanted to do in school. So when I went to see my friend playing the marimbas, it's like the one, the xylophone almost with the wooden sticks,
Yeah.
I saw how they were all enjoying themselves, like all my friends, and I was like, I want to be a part of this. And I remember, I think my first ever performance after that was about 3 months later, after
Oh,
about
wow.
3 months of proper practice, like synchronization with my bandmates. And I think the grade that we got when we went to get, like when we were assessed and we were like given a good award, I was like, I want to continue doing this.
Wonderful.
And yeah, I think ups and downs, of course, you have to go through school, everything,
Yes.
life happens.
Yeah.
But then when I was now in uni, COVID hit 2020, right?
Wow.
And performances went down, right?
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
can't gather
Yeah.
anymore. And for me, as someone who was a performer at that time, I had already gone to like the United States. I had gone to perform at like international festivals in my country as well. I was like, man, I need something. I need an out. So I went online, found a producing course, like how to produce your own music. And I released my first ever single in July 2021.
Yay!
During, just a little bit a year after that. And I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I'm just putting this out for myself. I'm putting this out to honor the gifts that God has given me. And after that, I was like, let's continue doing this. I like it. I like it. So after that, I continued releasing music. So to this day, I have about 13 songs in my personal discography on all streaming platforms under my name.
Wonderful.
And then I have about 4 songs in collaboration with other artists, including for children's books, as well as for anthems, like for, like food and agriculture. So my music is very much impact focused, it's faith-based. And I think I just love the fact that I still can afford to be in a space like that where I can put my art in purpose-driven things.
I
So that's
love
why
it.
even something like Build Her event is something that I'm very happy to be performing and sharing my art with other women who will
That's
also be
right.
sharing their form of art.
Wonderful.
Right,
Because
like-
it's the only way also people's going to see you because we didn't know about you.
Exactly.
You know, and there are times with remarkable women, with functions that you just need someone to come and perform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's actually good. And then over to you, Fazila. How did you
I
get?
did. Yeah, I was gonna say. I did say I will answer questions. Okay, so I think for me it's more because of the background that I come from. I don't want to get too much into my history, but I wasn't like my mother didn't raise me completely, but the family that I was in, They were very musically inclined.
Wow.
So when you see your uncle sitting with the guitar and you're like, mm, mm, mm. And then when I realized, at first I was just singing and everybody's like, oh, you can sing. And I'm like, no, but I'm just playing along. And then at the age of 10, when I had to go to the city hall to perform, then I knew, okay, this is real. And then later on in life, I realized that not only can my passion generate an income,
That's right.
which is most important, I think,
Yeah.
because we all need money,
Yeah.
even though we don't want it, but we need it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I realized then, and then I started recording, I started writing songs. To date, I've written over like 200 songs.
Yo.
And when I was younger, I actually used to just write and sell it for 100 rand, 10 rand. And then I thought I was famous because I was earning 10 rand, 100 rand a song. And now I realize that it's worth so much more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because like Mpiwa, I don't believe in mindless things and carelessness. I'm very mindful about the songs that I sing, mindful about the events that I sing at. Because I also I wouldn't like to, I know this is a church hall, but I wouldn't like to sing at a strip club. That's number
Okay.
one. And earlier in life, I never used to do the club scene.
Okay.
I never did that because of everything that was
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah.
Because I was younger. Now I'm older, I know how to handle myself.
That's correct.
And remember, when you're doing karate, the first thing they teach you is discipline.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you must have discipline in what we do. There has to be discipline. Like you set hours aside for you to train, learn new music. You need new material all the time. Otherwise, you're irrelevant.
Yeah,
You're
that's
irrelevant.
a fact.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, so for me it was, and then studying music, when I saw the joy that I brought to others when I'm singing, to a point where people would cry, it just hit home for me, and I'm like, I need to teach other people, enable them how to do the same thing that I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's when I decided to get my diploma, and I started teaching, I think within a month. But the first few months I gave lessons away for free, like it was Father Christmas.
Right.
But yeah, I did that not for, I think for me it's more of giving back.
So you're
Because-
training. That's with the training. So you
Yes.
train even young girls. You
Young girls, especially young girls.
Okay.
And I have to
And
say,
boys.
Yeah, young girls and boys, but I was gonna say, I have to say, I'm very close to young girls, young women,
Yeah.
Right.
because I was there once upon a
Right,
time,
yes.
where you're singing your heart out in the bathroom and in the shower, and everybody is praising you for this beautiful voice that you've got, but it's not shared with anyone else but the household. So
So
for
tell me-
that's very important.
So tell me, beloved, before you actually go to perform, right, in singing, do you warm up first?
Yes,
Yeah.
very important.
So tell us, what is the importance here of the warm up?
Yeah, well, I think one thing that I love, the way my voice feels and sounds, is when I do the trills. So when I go like, because most of my music is also quite as low as my voice is right now. So I need to make sure that I can hit those low notes without sounding breathy. So I don't want to say more because I'm not classically or professionally trained like Miss Fazila is.
Ah,
So
Jack.
maybe you can
I'll
continue
teach
it
you.
on. Yes, please. I need to come for these lessons.
So it's not just about singing.
No, that's why
There-
and
there's-
if I can just have a moment to elaborate on that. When you see an artist on the stage and she's singing, I'm saying she because bold her.
Yes.
Right.
And
That's
she's
right.
singing her heart out.
Yeah.
People don't realize all the work that goes into it. First, you need to, I know how women are, I'm not like that. I just wear whatever I can on the day. But you have to pick an outfit, the makeup, accessorize to match your outfit.
Right.
Then you have to get to the venue, and prior to that, you also have to, like I said, you need a session where you practice and where you source material and stuff like that, right? So there's a lot going into it. But when you get to the venue, very important for you to warm up first. Because chances are if you don't warm up, you strain your vocal cords. And then you're sitting with a bigger problem. So all of that, I'm saying, there's so much that goes into it that people don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know?
fact, yeah. You
Like
just
with-
hear that sound coming out,
Exactly.
and that's
Right.
it.
And you say, oh, she looks so beautiful. How long did it take you to do your hair, your makeup? You get my point. So,
Right.
yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. But for me, the most important thing is that you warm up.
So how
because
do you warm up?
I do the same thrills, but then I do scales as well.
So give us an example.
Do it first.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's what I do.
Wow.
I do it a few times. And then also
Don't
breathe.
till our soul for me.
So yeah, so that I do that a few times, and then also I breathe. And if I find that I'm very nervous, I make myself yawn.
Oh, and
Yeah.
do you also believe you need to eat stale bread for the vocal cords?
No, I don't. I've never heard of
Yeah.
it.
What I was like, whoa.
Ek dink hy's old school.
Maybe.
But hydration is also very, very important for your vocal cords. And then, so I believe I carry my honey, my tea there.
Okay, that makes sense.
All over.
Yeah.
I always have 2 bags with me because I have my honey, water, tea. That's very important. And then if you choose, you can have a slice of lemon with it. But I believe in that, not stale bread. So yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, because I heard from one artist too, who said don't put the lemon in because it dries the vocal
Yes.
cords.
Yes.
So that's what. So ek gooi maar net my ore rond. So yeah, because I know my brother's was
singer too.
is a singer.
He's a singer, yeah.
You know, and I am heard a little bit
No, that's true about the lemon.
about the
Yeah.
warm
It is.
up
Yeah.
and how important that is,
Right.
you know, before you actually go
Get
on
up to-
stage.
yeah, to perform.
Before you go
Yes,
up there.
it's true.
And is it important to actually get your voice and get to know your musicians or the people who plays with you on the band? Is it
Yes.
important to know that?
Yes, I
There
think
must
so.
be
A mutual respect and understanding and
Okay.
agreement.
Yeah.
That's my take on it. Because I can't play with someone if I'm not comfortable with them.
right.
You can't if we're talking
the-
about the,
the
band
gel,
scene
yeah,
now.
yeah. Yeah.
And I always use that word. You have to gel
Yeah.
with the person that you play with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Because remember now, it's like what we do is acting. You have to go onto the stage, and if you're singing a love song, you have to act like you're so in love.
Yeah, that was my next question. That was my next question to you. So when you sing a love song, is it like more like bring out
Yes.
what you're singing?
Yes.
Like you are in the Afro thing, which I really love. It's something I love.
Yeah.
Because there's just something in it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a
It's
feel
vibey.
with it. Yeah,
It's
there's
soulful.
a feel with
Yes.
it.
Exactly.
It's soulful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your take on it?
Yeah, so firstly, to also address a little bit of the collaboration aspect, it's also, I think that takes at least weeks in the making. And for someone who, for me, I've started first in a band, I think you actually see the difference in the sounds and the performance when you're working with people that you actually agree with versus people that you can actually just tell, like, they don't agree. They just have their own separate solo performances right now. There's a bit of conflict on the stage. You can even feel the chemistry.
Yes.
Like, even as a spectator, if you're not even sure about music, sometimes you can actually just get that vibe off of stage that, these people, they're not working together. You know, they're just trying. Yeah,
That's so true.
exactly. They're just trying to upstage each other.
That's
you know,
very
so
true.
yeah, I think it's very, very important to collaborate with the people on stage, off stage. The people that who manage you, all those people. It's acting, it's liaising. It's almost like you're becoming a business person as a performer, you know. Yeah.
So my next question is: this your bread and butter? Is this what you are doing for
livelihood.
your
For my livelihood, no. So for me, full time right now, it's currently just doing research. So I also like do more social impact work. So I've worked in philanthropy, I've worked in politics. So right now I'm currently working at an NPO that focuses on municipality service delivery in South Africa. So this NPO started in
And that is one of the major
yes, exactly.
major problem in this
Yes,
country.
Exactly right. So I think my main thing is that I always try to make sure that my research and my general like intellect will inform the way I work creatively as well. I still want to reach that point where when someone asks me, what's your ultimate goal? I would love to do music full time. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. It's just that in this economy, I'm struggling a little bit. I might be on streaming platforms, but I'm only getting cents. So every time I tell someone, "Yay, please stream me, give me your coins. I need your coins." But yeah, I think it's important.
So being in the entertainment industry is actually very, very difficult.
It is.
And especially, I think, in South Africa, there's a lot of artists that just don't get on the top.
Yes.
Right, because I feel that the industry is so saturated, man.
I was thinking the same.
It's full.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
Fazila, for you being in it, because is it your livelihood? Is it what you do for?
Now it's what I do full time, believe it or not.
Right.
Because, but I also have a side hustle where I sell jewelry.
Oh.
Yeah, I sell jewelry. I source them and I sell that. Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Interesting.
And believe it or not, I was actually teaching at a private school.
Like music, teaching music.
Yes. And I had several music. I think that was where the teaching aspect came in.
I love
And then
it.
I started teaching at the private school, and then I went on to a public school. And I have to tell you, there's a huge difference, not only in the salary, but there's a huge difference.
Big difference.
Yeah, there
Big
is a
difference.
I don't want to lie. But for me, also, if I can just touch on the topic of my daughter's a beautiful singer, beautiful person. So when she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, she lost her sight and she ended up in a wheelchair at the age of 17. She was a matric.
No.
I promise you, my one and only baby.
No way.
And so it was tough, so I had to leave my job to look after her, no family, to, you know, where you need assistance, where you can say, relieve
I'm
me for
gonna
5
leave it
minutes
there.
more, I
Yeah,
need to go
yeah,
to
yeah.
work.
Yes.
There was no way, so I had
No
no choice. It
support.
wasn't really a choice, you know, so I quit my job and I started looking after her while my husband was working.
Oh, wow.
So then I started an NPC for multiple sclerosis patients, because it's an illness that not everybody knows about. It's not common. And it's not like cancer and AIDS. People know about it.
Yes.
You well educated. If I tell you I've got MS or multiple sclerosis, the first thing is like, what is that?
Yeah, it's true.
So so that
It's
is
something
why
that attacks the muscles.
the nerves,
The
it breaks
nerves.
down the nerves, and then the body doesn't send, like the brain doesn't send signals to the rest of the body, so the body breaks itself down. And then there's so many things: hair loss, fatigue, you can't feel your bowel movements. It's like, I always say, it's like 10 illnesses put into one, and then you call it MS, and there's no cure for it. So for the rest of it, if you've been diagnosed with MS, you have to be on treatment for the rest of your life. And the treatment, if you go to a private facility, it's very expensive. It's very costly. So the reason why I didn't want to say that to Crystal, but now I'm mentioning it because I did start the NPC to help other patients with
Right.
MS.
Wonderful.
Because it's close to your heart. I mean, anytime if your sister died of cancer, then you want to do something, you know. So I do a lot of charitable work. I do sometimes. It creates a problem at home because there's no paycheck and I just want to be all over the show. But I'm blessed. You weren't supposed to start laughing because otherwise I wasn't going to laugh. Because now I'm thinking my husband is probably listening. Oh, but okay, so no, but that's true. And I always say, sometimes I joke about it. I say, you know what, I was the only stupid one marrying for love and not money. Now I'm stuck. But
It's so funny.
no, I'm telling you, because money, we all need it, but money makes a huge difference in your life.
But you know what? It's not stupidity.
blessed.
Just
No,
to,
it's not.
just to correct it there, right? So that's just a joke. That's just a joke, guys. Because
I did
we
say I joke
married
about
for
it.
love, right? We married
And
for
if
love.
If your husband is listening, I'm sure, you know.
No, he knows.
By the sound of it, you're happy.
No,
So
yes,
money cannot
yes.
buy
Yes.
happiness.
Yeah,
True.
no, love,
But, yeah.
love us all.
Yeah,
No.
love always wins.
Love
is-
No,
wins.
in
Love
fact, this
wins.
morning when I was getting ready, and I've got this thing when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm always talking to myself, and I said, you know what, the world would be greater if we didn't need money.
Yeah.
For me,
So true.
Yeah.
because if I could come to you and say, you know what, I need a loaf of bread, and you could just give it to me without needing money,
Yeah.
or I could go anywhere and say, you know what, I need a cup of tea,
Yeah.
you know, without needing money.
Right.
That's just, I always say that I'm weird, but these are the kind of things that goes through my mind, because money can either make you or break you.
Yes.
And then sometimes because I've been at a place where I had money. When I say I had money,
Yeah.
I had lots of money.
Yeah.
No lies. I could go into a shopping mall, and if I see you with your groceries, but I always said a prayer to say, you know what, lead me to the person that I'm supposed to help. Because otherwise people will be queuing for Fazila to help them. And I used to pay for their groceries. When I was at the school, I remember my first paycheck. Because I didn't have a bank account. I never believed in accounts, not even a bank account, believe it or not. So I got paid by check, and I went and I cashed the check, got back to the school. This is my very first paycheck at the private school. I decided to buy lunch for the entire school.
Oh, wow.
I came home. I had 50 rand cash in my bag. My husband was so angry. He told me, what's the use of working when you're not working for us? So it hit home, but yeah.
But it just shows you, no?
It
shows you.
The heart that you have.
Yeah. So which means even in this industry, you have to be disciplined.
Yes.
Disciplined in not only therefore, I think that's why. Don't you think it's important then to have a manager?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so do you have a manager who actually manages the events where you need to perform? Because it can become overwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, are you available that time? For you to check your own schedule, sometimes very difficult.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about that?
I have a momager. Yeah. So my
Wow,
managers. So when I was 17, especially, that's when my mom came to help me with a lot
like
of the
that.
things. Yeah.
Like
So
it.
Nice.
my mother has definitely helped me to up my game, to up my value. Yeah. As of right now, I would say I'm mostly independent. I think I'm currently undergoing discernment phase now, where I'm like, there's some people who will come and tell me, like a couple of days ago, someone spoke with me and said, you know, do you need a manager? And I said, we'll see. What are we talking first? You know, so it's important to also make sure that you have cadence
That's correct.
with the person that you
That's
work
correct.
with, because someone can just have the goal of just making you want to make
And
money.
use you.
Yeah, and they will compromise your image.
That's right.
So I think my mom has helped me to ground, firstly, the type of things that I want to do. So that means that any manager that I want to take on now in the future is someone who also agrees with that same philosophy.
Yeah. I like that, because
true.
there must be mutual respect. There must be mutual understanding what my beliefs are, who I am, what type of places I want to go to.
Yeah.
I think it's so important, and also the financial side of it. You know, like with you, I'm sure there's a lot of ignorance that also comes with it. That you feel that, you know, because I don't have A, B, and C, and especially with us, you know, we didn't have it all along. And now that the doors are open for us, we can be very ignorant in the fact that, you know, we can just, like Fazila did, just go use your check, buy, and not thinking,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
thinking
true.
futuristically.
I'm sure you learned from those experiences.
Took me a few years, but yes, I've learned. Took me a good few years. I've learned, Lovey, I've learned. And it's not easy. And I feel like for me, I've had managers before, but you're not seeing the fruits of your labor when you have a manager. And no offense to the other managers, but I'm speaking from experience. Because if I'm earning 6,000 Rand and I'm only coming home with 200 Rand, it doesn't make sense and it doesn't add up. So years ago, about 25 years ago, I made the decision not to have a manager at all, ever. So I handle my own bookings. I get myself there. I don't need anyone else to do it for me because I'm very capable. Sometimes it takes a bit more time, but I think you know the saying, once bitten, twice shy.
That's
So so I'm very careful, and it's been working for me. It's tiring at times, but it's been working for me. So, and at the end of the day, it's my brand, it's my product. Because I've also got an entertainment company called Faz Entertainment. So that also, I handle everything myself with my husband. It's easier.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to worry about somebody else doing me in, because my husband can't steal from me. We're going to eat the money together.
That's correct, yes, that's correct. So I want to speak a little bit on that, because with financial instability, I find that many entertainers work on project to project.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And there's no steady income.
Yeah.
Right? And then also, independent artists often struggle to fund their own projects,
Yes.
manage their royalties, or secure fair compensation.
Yeah.
Right? What would you say then when it comes to that financial instability? That, listen, man, I want to do A, B, and C, but now I don't have the resources
Yeah.
to get me there.
Yeah. So I would say about, let's say, 3 tracks, okay, 3 approaches. So the first thing that you could do is definitely get signed, right? Go under a recording company, right, like a record deal. And under that record deal, you'll be fronted in terms of your funding. You'll be fronted in terms of the money, everything that you need. All your producers will be paid for. The songwriters, if they want to provide you with songwriters. So they're basically just like, it's almost like a school, or where as soon as you get in, they just give you everything that you need, right? So under a record deal, you'll just have to pay back by producing or releasing music. So it's almost like, you know, of course, this industry is very well established. We've seen these huge industries all over the world. I think Universal Music Group is huge. Interscope Records is also huge. Jay-Z's Rock Nation is also huge. All these, that's what they do. But, you know, there's also the dark side to that, where they'll control more than just your creative output, right? They'll control your life. They'll control your social media brand. They'll control all those things, right? So that's the first track you can do. The second track you can do is go independent, right? Just do your own thing, no manager, nothing. And that's what I do as well. So I have an online distributor that I just pay, I think about 70 USD a month, a year, not a month. That'll be too much, which is not too bad, right? And for independent artists, I think this part exists, or that middle part exists, because they know that things are expensive. Independent artists cannot fund their own music, so they need to keep their music online, but for how much, and how much can we profit off of them? Yeah, so you can do that, but then now on top of that, you'll now have to collaborate more and more with other people, because they only just focus on keeping your music online. but now you have to outsource the rest of your talent. So it's not going to be easy for you to
Right.
find the rest of the resources free of
So
charge.
how do you get the royalties then for it? How do you sell your music?
Exactly.
Because both of you
Yeah.
wrote your own music.
Exactly.
How do you sell it? How do you let it go out there?
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I can quickly take that one on. That's where online companies will now try to market their royalty payout to you, right? To say you keep 100% of your royalties. We're not like record deals where you keep only like 20 or something like that, you know. So they say you keep 100%. Everything that someone streams comes to you. You just have to pay us this much, right? So yes, you are keeping your royalties, but there's a subscription fee to it, right? Yeah. So I think that's how you do it. Now the main thing is now where you're putting these musics. Like, are you putting it on streaming platforms that actually pay enough per stream? So I think to this day, Spotify is about $0.0003 per stream, right? And then I think Apple Music is $0.0011 per stream. So when you look at those small numbers, is if you get like 3,000 streams, you're basically getting like what? You're getting 1,000 streams, you're earning $3, right? You're just getting $3. So if you're a big artist, sure, you'll probably get like a nice 100, 200, 300 bucks, right?
That's right.
If you're getting like a lot of streams. But if you're a small artist and you only have there your 1,000 streams, there's your $3. So it's very small. And that's why to this day, record deals are still huge, because they give you a lump sum of money. And they say, just pay us back with music and streams and social media.
But don't you think that is then the way to go? Because you just give your time and you give your energy and you give whatever.
Yeah.
But then they own you.
Exactly.
That's that's the other side of it.
Yeah, so you can be owned. You can go under, I think maybe let's focus on African. There's an African record label called Mavin Records. That's where people like Ira Star started, people like Rema started, these big African artists. I think Burna Boy has his own as well. All these artists, they started in these record labels where they managed to buy out and they're just not owned. So you can have those kind places. But if you have those more cutthroat places where as soon as you become a big artist, they're like, now we need you to stay here. It's like any institution.
That's right.
They want you to stay there.
That's right.
So they'll try to make you sign contracts to keep you there. And I feel like if you guys know the story of Taylor Swift, she also had to come out to the public and say, guys, basically when you listen to my music, I don't get paid. This is because I signed a record deal when I was 17 and I didn't know what was going on. I just wanted a big break in my music career. So now I'm asking you guys, please, I'm going to re-release this music and I'm going to put it in brackets, Taylor's version, and say, please stream that one. Don't stream the other one, because that one belongs to me. The other music doesn't belong to me. So there's always that big thing of masters, you know, in the music industry. So who owns the music and who's getting paid?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's so true. Because my goodness, it is you who sat down and wrote. You know, it's your thing. But someone else gets the money.
Yeah.
And hence Fazila said. That's why she started going independent.
Exactly.
And a better off.
Right.
Yeah.
So isn't it interesting that you're actually in this industry too? You have to discern and be so how can I say
Wise, wake up.
wise men
Sensitive.
You have to be
and know
sensitive
what you're doing.
to
isn't
what you are
it?
doing. Yes.
Know what you're doing, because I
not
think
that
it's
easy, right?
important, because I know we also have someone like, he's here, he's sitting there, right?
I heard him singing earlier.
Yeah, Jay. I mean, he also writes. He does his own music. But when do you get that break, man?
Yes.
You know, when you can say, yes, see, this was my thing, and it must hit there. It must hit somewhere.
Right.
So isn't there a way that we can then share it and it goes viral and maybe something like that? I'm just thinking about it now. How then can you help? You know, because if you send it
Yeah.
to me and I send it to her and she sends it to there,
And it just
don't you think it can have a ripple effect and it becomes viral like bad news becomes viral?
Can I take that
Yes,
one?
please.
I think, again, I'm speaking from experience because I cannot speak for anyone else but myself. I think for us, it's almost as if you don't want the next person to succeed. That is why if I see your video, I won't like it. I won't share it. That's how the industry works. Remember, I've got a brand, Faz Entertainment, where we do karaoke as well. And I tell you, the karaoke singers, they act like they're superstars. Oh no, you're singing my song. Oh, you're singing my song. Or if you sing it, I don't clap for you. And this is why I love by this. I love by this every day. I always say, I will clap for you until it's my turn. Because I clap for people even though they're not famous.
That's
Wow.
Do you understand what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And
What
that is
you-
where we start building. And I'm very passionate about that. I can't stress it enough because we need each other.
Yes.
You can't have a career without people listening to your music.
That's right.
You can't earn money without
That's
people
right.
sharing your music.
That's right.
So we need people, but I always say, and this is my prayer every day, please surround me with good people that are
Ooh,
good
I
for
like
my
it.
spirit.
Yeah,
Because sometimes, not everything that glitters is gold.
absolutely.
I
so.
may look like I've got money and I rope you in.
Yes.
It's just to use you. And I know I'm sounding like a preacher now, but that's how I feel. And that's my life goal. I always want to make sure that I leave you with something positive, whether it's a smile, whether it's that note I hit, whether it's to say, you know what, oh, today you look so stunning, or job well done,
Yes.
even though it's a small thing.
Yeah.
But you'll remember me for
Yeah,
that.
for that, yeah.
For
So
that.
I just wanna come in there. You have a thingy there,
instrument.
an instrument
Right. I'd forgotten. Oh my gosh.
there.
And
What's it
bottle
called?
top.
And can you
Yes.
do something for us with that?
Of course. Okay.
like,
Yes.
Explain
Yes.
Can
what
So,
it's made of too.
of course.
Is that
Yes.
bottle top?
Yes, it is.
I was
can
about to
explain
ask, did you make
everything.
it yourself?
No, I wish I did though.
okay.
It's huge. This is
Is
like
that- is
major
that
physics.
buttons? Is that buttons?
Yeah, so these are keys. So we call them keys, right? So it's called a mbira. It's under the instrument group idiophone, which is things that you just plug on and then they sound out. So these are metal keys. The bottle caps at the bottom help to like increase like the almost like the sound. So if I just play something quickly over here, like
Oh,
so that that you're
Yeah.
hearing, that's what the bottle caps are. Yeah, so this was also an instrument that I picked up when I was 10. I've been using this in most of my music online as well. So that's the Afrofusion part of it because this instrument originates
like
from
it.
Zimbabwe.
I like it.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sounded so sweet. Are you sure you
Yes.
play?
Yeah. Sorry. Am I sure? Yes, yeah, exactly. Right. So
my
yeah, I use this music in this instrument in my music.
I actually saw it now.
Yes, exactly.
When I was now in Zim.
Exactly.
I saw the instrument.
Exactly.
It's
So
like- and I was
yeah.
wondering.
what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe a lot
Makes
of
a
people
nice
see
sound. It makes a
exactly.
nice sound.
Yeah, I think some people see one with a lot less keys, and then they also see one with a like a huge like thing, like
Yeah.
a huge circle around it. That just helps to amplify the sound. It's
So is
just
it part of the marimba?
yeah. So yeah, exactly. So marimba is one thing, the xylophone, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the cousin is the mbira.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
it's
sing
this one.
something
Yeah. Okay. I can.
with that, please.
Yeah, of course. Okay, let me
Let's-
just
yeah.
let me just do a little bit of improvisation over here. Okay, let's see. Uyaone, Mwari wandikonera, uyaone, Mwari wandikonera. Yeah, something small.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just saying.
like it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I was
Very
just saying,
soulful.
Huyaone Mwariwandu Gonera, which is Shona. So I speak Shona. I'm Zimbabwean. Huyaone just means come and see, come and see. Mwariwandu Gonera means God has done me well. God has done me well. So I use my Mpiwa to glorify God amongst other songs as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. I love it. So
Thank
Fazila,
you.
Fazila, sing something for us there, man.
Should I
Because
sing Happy
that's what I
Birthday?
came. No.
A divorce
What's your
song.
favorite? What's your favorite?
My favorite, oh my word. I'm an old soul.
Yeah, now do it. I'm also old.
Just not a funeral song.
I was going to sing Amazing Grace.
Sing Amazing Grace.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow?
Hey,
Yo.
man.
Yo.
I'm just
I
saying,
did
if
it.
you're not there, you're gonna miss out on the first.
Don't miss out on the 1st of November. This is what you're gonna hear on the 1st of November. These ladies just have it, man.
Yes.
Yeah, your talent's
Thank you
so
so
great.
much.
You,
Thank you so much.
I love it. Just to sit like that and just sit. God graced you with gifts
Yes,
and talents.
talent.
Let's quickly see who's online with us.
Okay, so we'll start from the top. We've got Sybil Scholes going, good morning, Pastor Joan and all the beautiful ladies. She says, bold her.
That's
Sarika
from
says,
Cape Town, right? That's right from Cape Town.
Nice.
then we've got Sarika Lottering. Sarika says, good morning, beautiful ladies. Jay McKenzie says, good morning, beautiful ladies. She also says that you ladies are looking beautiful in your yellow. Then we've got Mummy van Wyk. She says, powerful ladies. Janita Edwards says, good morning, beautiful, powerful women of God. Sybil Scholes says, Cape Town is cold and rainy today, but your friendly faces and yellow clothes bring such warmth to my heart.
Wow, I love it.
Then Auntie Heather says, good morning, beautiful ladies, with a lot of sunflowers on like sonblommetjies.
Yeah.
And then Lady J, bold her, crystal clear CEO says, good morning, beautiful sunflowers. You ladies look bright and full of energy. Love it. Shout out to Fazila Mpiwa. You ladies are amazing and so gifted. That
Thank
is
you.
very
Thank you.
true.
Wonderful.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Then Pastor Eileen says, good morning, Pastor Joan and the beautiful ladies. Sarika gives us sunflowers again. And then X's and kisses and X's and O's. She says, thank you, Pastor Joan, for giving our ladies this platform. Sybil School says, clap for the next person until it's your time.
Yeah.
Amen.
And then Auntie Heather says, come on, girls, we love it.
Yeah, I like that. That's so beautiful. So I know there's a lot of the ladies who will actually watch the show afterwards. So because people are at work, and things happen. But I would really like you guys to send maybe a song that you wrote. Send it to Bold Her. Send it online, so we can share it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We can actually put it
Yeah.
on our social media platforms.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to get you out there, man.
Yeah, thank
Because you can't die with this talent. You are talented. You are gifted. So never ever lose heart,
Yeah.
even when it feels like you're crawling. Keep on until you get to that destination, that goal where you actually want to be, because you are going to make it.
Yeah.
And you are going to make it strong. I actually had a word for people in this industry. The problem of resources are coming to an end. And this is actually what I got this morning. That's why I just wrote it on a piece of paper. And I don't know who it is for, but it's what I'm doing right now. I never do this, but I'm doing it this morning because I know this industry is so difficult to get your breakthrough. Your breakthrough is coming the minute you take authority. Take authority over your gift. Take authority that I can do this thing. This is mine. You know what I'm saying? The minute you take authority and say, I'm going to accomplish, I'm getting there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Your breakthrough is lying just there. And accept the authority that God has given to you on the face of the earth. He's given you a voice, man. To encourage others, to put others, to change people's moods. You know, there's nothing that brings people together like music.
True.
Music is just something else. To be honest, if it's a downcast spirit in the house, I put on music.
Yeah, same here. It's soul
Music
food, eh?
is food for the soul.
That's right.
And then after you've accepted the authority, whatever he says, do it. Whatever God says to you, do it. Even if it looks insignificant, do it. Because he's going to give you that breakthrough. And I know it's just there. It's just there. You're still young, right? You're not married yet. Guys, today we have someone that's not married. Finally.
Singles.
So all the single men, yes, a beautiful woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great catch.
Oh.
Okay, please just mention that I'm married, but I'm young.
She's taken.
And she's still young.
And she's still bright and
vibrant.
and vibrant
Yes.
and
Aw,
have that
thank
young
you.
spirit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you so much for coming this morning. We really do appreciate you guys coming. I actually just want to give a shout out there, guys. Once again, a reminder, diarize the 1st of November, right? Go on social media. You will see this theme standing out like a sore finger on social media. Bold her, right?
Yes, bold her.
We are trying to do something here that God has given into the heart of one human being by the name of Crystal Jacobs. And she's running with this thing, and we are so thankful. You know, that's why when I saw it, I said to myself, I don't know how can I help you, but I'm on board.
Yes.
I'll be there.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Just to show my support that I'm for women, and I practice what I preach. I do what I say.
If I'm allowed to, I just want to say, I know you thanked us, but I think for me, we should be thanking you. And because I am very, little things make me feel blessed and special. So when I wasn't too sure about coming, I don't want to lie, I'm always very nervous about everything. But when I walked in here, I have to say, the welcome you guys gave me, I think both of us, I speak for both of us, it was so welcoming that I felt at ease, and it wasn't, nobody was stuck up, if I may use that word. Yeah, nobody was stuck up. It felt like home. It felt like peace.
Oh, wonderful.
So I just want to say thank you and continue the work that you are doing, especially for women, because we are, in society, we are the weaker sex.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that, not for 1 second.
Yeah.
Because I always say, if my husband had to go through what I go through,
Yeah,
he
no.
will never survive.
Let
But-
the man give birth.
Yeah. Oh no, there'll be less children. But I want to say thank you. thank you, and
There'll be less children.
yeah,
because
no,
They
but
won't
it's
be
right.
able to.
Maybe then we stand a better chance as musicians, right?
Exactly. Less competition.
But I also and I would like to say, you beautiful ladies, may God bless you,
Thank you.
and may everything you touch turn to gold.
Amen.
And I mean
I
that
receive it
from the
in
bottom
Jesus'
of my
name.
heart. Life is not always easy, but it helps to know that there's someone in your corner. I always say that. And I will be in your corner from now until the day I die.
Thank you.
And again, I just want to say thank you to Crystal. She was such a lovely girl to interact with. And she made me feel at home. And the encouragement she gave me when I said to her, I don't like talking about myself. She said, but you need to. I just want to say thank you to her. And also again to Diane Peters.
Yes.
Diane is actually my student, but she is such a loving. I can eat her up. I can eat her up.
She was on the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a humble soul.
Yes.
You'll never ever say that she is the woman that she is
That's so true.
by just looking at her, because she's such a humble soul and beautiful soul.
Yes.
And thank you for having us once again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I talk too
So-
much, eh?
So,
perfect.
beloved, if you need an artist, the churches out there, we are in Africa. Here's an African Afro lady.
Oh.
Yay, man. It's a different feel. And we need it more. We need it.
Calming
So
and
if you
soothing.
need someone, you have a birthday party, you have a whatever, you have a special function
wedding,
at church,
the
you have a
MDs now.
wedding, the MDs at the moment. Guys, here are ladies that you can contact. Please go onto our social media platforms. Look at Bold Her, look at Mpiwa, look at
Fazila.
Fazila, right? So I was thinking I'm not saying the word.
No, don't
Wanted to say
Faz.
Fazila Moonsamy.
I wanted to
Faz.
say Faiza, but now it's Fazila.
You wouldn't be the
Right.
first. It's
Yeah,
fine.
so that is, these are ladies who has beautiful voices. Let's use them. Let's
Thank you.
enrich one another.
Thank you so much.
I just want to add, because there's a Kyle Becker in the comments. It says, thank you for all your time, Mpiwa, Joan, Violet, Fazila, and Anka. You all inherently have the gift and purpose to uplift and build people. So enjoy that journey every day. Thank you. He then also goes on to say, thank you for giving me a better understanding how to love and support my person. And then
That's
we have
Mpiwa. That's person.
the smile.
Shout out, Kyle.
Person.
Shout out, Kyle.
I like that. I love it. I love it. I
We
love
also
it.
have Auntie Hermans. It's in the comments. She just says, "Good morning. We love the colors. Love my church." And then she was laughing at less children. and Samira Moonsamy.
That's
she
my
just-
daughter.
She's sending love.
Nice.
Sending all her love.
Oh, so sweet.
Wonderful.
Thank
you
you
so
so
much,
much.
guys. We came to the end of our show. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Much appreciation. God bless you. Go in the peace of the Lord. Mwah.
In the shadow.
As I look upon my life,
In the shadow.
there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my
In
dreams.
the shadow.
As I look upon my life,
In the shadow.
there's a passion